Happy holidays, YouTubeites. This is your man TiVo, and this is Laura from Bird City Comics. Welcome to the last top 10 show ever of 2023, at least right now. While you guys are congregating, I used to have some Christmas music up in here since the last show. Just call this our Christmas show. It is really. So
Yeah.
I used to have DJ Lady Style playing some Christmas music, but you know what? You guys just can get some Dewey Brothers.
I'll start. One, two, ready.
Oh, let me pick up my microphone. I almost forgot I had to pick up my microphone. I was like, man. Shout out to my man Mikey Sutton who passed away this
Yeah.
year. This year in show is dedicated to him and all the friends that we've lost throughout the long, long year. Laura, say what's good to everybody.
On that note, welcome in everyone. This is going to be the last top 10 show of the year. So hopefully it's not an offer for you. Take it easy on me though, because this is the first time that I'll be doing the list by myself. So fingers
It's
crossed. I don't
harder
mess up.
and harder to get people during the week of December. You know what I'm saying? Especially with Christmas right around the corner. This show is brought to our friends over at CovrPrice.com. For price guides, collections, and trends, head on over to CovrPrice.com. I think may or may I think we are having a show on Thursday where we just go over the guys from Cover Price come on and we talk about all the books that really kind of jumped up and made some noise during the last year. So it's our typical wrap up show. And then Cover Prices, their offices are closed next week. So yeah, this is the last live top 10 show of 2023. But the list will go on in 2024. Where it goes on from there, that's totally up to you. So I'll leave it at that. All right, this is the Cover Price Top 10 for the week ending 12/18/2023, where we look at some of the hottest trending books on the market in the aftermarket, and we'll get from there. So, Miss Laura, the list is yours.
All right, let's kick it off with the runner up. This is totally appropriate given it's the last show before Christmas. So, number 11, we have DC's 'Twas the Might Before Christmas, number 1. I believe you pronounce the artist as Sowie, 1 in 25 from 2023. This cover has a ton of amazing things going for it. The artist and the fact that it is a retailer incentive cover is enough to make this a collector's item. Add in the fact that bubblegum covers have a huge following and that Harley Quinn collectors have an even bigger following. Then you have a top-tier comic collecting material. Overall, Sowie illustrated a dynamic and festive cover featuring one of the most popular DC heroines. We tracked 10 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 111%, with a high sale of $50 for a raw copy and a current near mint fair market value of $37.
So DC's 'Twas the Might Before Christmas, number 1, the Sowie 1 in 25 Christmas cover variant, raw dog for 50 bones. Wow. Okay.
I like it. It's festive. I like it.
Yeah, kind of fun. Kind of has evoked some. What's his name? What's his name?
Who?
Yeah, I hate fairy tales. That guy. God, I just forgot his name.
Scotty Young?
Yeah, with the little Batman character on the top there and everything.
Maybe
Yeah,
a little bit. Maybe.
but the character left me looks more anime or manga style interpretation of her, which is so nice little Christmas cover on here for the last show of 2023, and we go straight through Christmas to something horrifying.
Whew. All right, kicking off the list at number 10, we have Wolverine 55 by Greg Land. This came out in 2007. The Deadpool 3 leaks strike again. Recently, an image of a decapitated Sabretooth leaked. That led the fan base to search for this book, as it features a decapitated Sabretooth front and center. This book bears the distinction of being the issue where Sabretooth quote-unquote dies. It's a fantastic cover that will have fans buzzing if the leaks come true. Still, we recommend trending carefully with books related to Deadpool 3 leaks. There's a wild amount of unsubstantiated rumors circulating, with Ryan Reynolds also fanning the flames. Tread lightly. We tracked 19 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 100%, with a high sale of $204 for a CGC 9.8 copy and a current raw near mint fair market value of $23. And even though we didn't do the Shaker show last week, there was another cover similar to this where you have Wolverine, attacking Sabretooth. So it's definitely getting people buying this type stuff because of the rumors.
Because there was a Deadpool 3 leak that there's a decapitated Sabretooth somewhere.
Yeah, that's all it takes. One little baby leak and everybody just runs to eBay.
Yeah, I would be really hesitant of those leaks if it didn't come from your boy Mikey Sutton. Anyway, because it's so early after the writer's strike that even though Deadpool 3 has been in development for a while, right? They even stopped midway through the shooting of the film because of the writer's strike and the actor's strike. And then after the strikes went over, they kindly kicked things back up. But who would have known? The storylines may have changed since then and now. The turnover at Marvel definitely with Perlmutter or with what's his name, Bob Iger coming back, kicking Bob Chapek to the curb. My girlfriend is a huge Disneyland fan, and she even thinks Bob Chapek ruined Disneyland for them. Everybody likes Bob Chapek, right? I mean, so it's good that maybe it's time for him to go. And Marvel's Bob Iger, Chapek actually took power away from Kevin Feige.
I did not know that.
Go watch Emergency Awesome. He has a great break rundown of what happened to Marvel. Everybody's sounding like everything sucked, everything didn't suck, but everything wasn't a hunky dory either. Like Secret Invasion was a huge letdown. There was some hits there. I really enjoyed Shang-Chi. I really enjoyed Into the Multiverse of Madness. There was there's some misses. But it's like pizza. You're still gonna eat bad pizza, right?
That's true. And like somebody in the chat was saying, this cover's still cool. So if you want to invest in it just because you like the cover, not necessarily because you're really hoping the spec turns out to be something, then that's one deal.
If we had a
But
Shaker show this week, I guarantee you the original EC cover would be on there. You know what I'm saying?
probably, yeah.
Because this is an homage to an EC book, and somewhere on the right now, Chloe's Comics is digging up his 9.8 copy, and he's going to post it on Instagram tonight.
Ooh.
Who else do you think's have it? TJ the Slab Dragon. Who else may have it? Between Chloe and
Chloe. I was going to
yeah.
say Chloe. It's going to be Chloe.
Yeah, Chloe's Comics, yeah. Number 10 on the list, the Wolverine number 55. Good old Greg Land, Mr. I steal people's design and do it for myself. You remember that?
Wow.
If you've been
That's
in
a
the,
little combative. That's a little.
that, so if you don't know, this probably started like back in 2015, 16. That's how long your boy's been here. And there was backlash because he took like existing. Everybody first uses everything for reference, but his were a little bit too like almost to the point where, dude, that should be an homage, right? Because you didn't definitely make up that design of that character, and and he just kind of used them. So every artist uses something of reference by. I'll put it that way. Very few of them draw straight out of memory. There are some that do, and they are incredible artists. But most artists still got to use reference. So there's that. The name is Greg Land, who kind of steps right in the line in between that, but hey, still love his work. All right, we have for number 9.
Moving on. All right, so this one I'm actually really excited to talk about because I was on another show this week, Black Crown Comics, and we talked about who I thought was the breakthrough writer of 2023. This was my choice. So we have number 9, Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, number 2 by Patrick Horvath. This is cover A from 2023, published by IDW. Issue number 1 has been a massive hit and has had a heavy presence on this list for weeks. It's no surprise that it's extended to issue number 2. Fans are invested now, and rumors are already swirling that the series could receive an adaptation of some sort. Keep in mind, there's nothing concrete to support that rumor yet. All eyes are on the series currently. So many fans are opting to hop aboard now, especially if they missed out on the previous book. We tracked 15 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 136%, with a high sale of $10 for a raw copy and a current raw near mint fair market value of $5. So yeah, Patrick Horvath, this is his debut comic. He's known mostly for filmmaking. And have you read this, Tivo?
No, is this the one, the anthropomorphic animals and looking for a killer or some shit like that?
It's essentially, yeah, just picture like a childhood storybook that you used to read. But yeah, there's a killer teddy bear named Samantha in there. But it's really twisted. It's delightful and twisted all in equal measure. And I think it's gonna be a big hit. I'm really excited to see where the series goes.
I mean, with the cover, you really can't tell anything bad is going on until you look into the butchery window and you see pigs with their heads just laying there, and there's pigs walking, and she's a pig walking down the street. So gotta watch out for that. Number 9,
and the art's insanely good. The interior's also done by Horvath, so he did all the illustrations, and it's really well done.
Yeah, hopefully it gets does it get an animated sequel or animated something show or a movie? You know what I mean? Because
I can see him doing that.
I don't need to see this in live action. Give me something animated. All right, what are you for number 8?
Oh, here's another familiar one. So number 8, we have Justice League number 1. This is the direct sales from 1987. This book marks the first appearance of Maxwell Lord. We already had him leading man Pedro Pascal play the character in Wonder Woman 1984.
Whack.
But there is no room for him in James Gunn's new DCU. Instead, he cast his brother, Sean Gunn, to play the character, which led many fans to search the aftermarket for this book. We don't know how heavily involved the character will be in the future, but a controversy is already brewing regarding the casting. It's a perfect storm for heavy aftermarket movement. We tracked 22 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 123%, with a high sale of $200 for a CGC 9.8 and a current raw, very fine fair market value of $20. Now, Tivo, be honest. If you're James Gunn, you're going to give your brother a big role, right?
Why not? Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest with each other here. When Wonder Woman 84 came out, nobody except maybe the dies of diehards going out getting Maxwell Lord's first appearance.
Yeah.
Maybe they already had it or they find it for $1 real cheap somewhere, because that was a giant sloppy piece of steaming crap, that movie. I always say, How do you make
Tell
a
me how you
movie?
really feel. Don't hold back, Tivo.
How do you
Let me
make a
know.
movie about 1984 without having music from 1984? It's like,
know.
how cheap have we gotten? So, and that's why I tell you right now, your Uncle TV has finished everything on the Netflix and Amazon Primes and everything, and I moved over and my about to dominate Apple TV now. Apple TV has easily the best music of any streaming platform because of their huge library of music that the people who do shows and movies can choose from. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because Apple has basically a huge Apple Music library that they own the rights to, or can get them for really cheap for them to put in a movie. I've been in a sci-fi kick lately, watching For All Mankind, and now I'm onto The Foundation, which is like For All Mankind is an interesting alternative sci-fi show where it says, what if the Russians landed on the moon first? And then that kind of sends history spiraling into different new directions. Like John Lennon never got assassinated.
Okay, I love that. That sounds so
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, check it out. There's 2 seasons called For All Mankind, and then if you want some really good, like heavy, high level sci-fi, check out The Foundation. That is excellent. It's based off a book from Asimov, Isaac Asimov. If you're familiar with him, he did the 3 Laws of Robots. iRobot.
I don't think I've ever read that.
Where are the old people when I need them? Isaac Asimov. He's like one of the greatest sci-fi writers ever.
You're making me think of the movie iRobot, where they have like the laws of robotics. Is that what you're talking about?
Isaac Asimov wrote about the 3 laws of robotics. Like a robot can never hurt another human or be ordered to hurt humans, some shit like that.
Right, that's like the main law. So yeah, it's like iRobot. Okay, so I got it on a Will Smith level.
Well, that's better than nothing, I guess. So
Is
rated
it?
on the list is Justice League #1, the direct edition. First appearance of Maxwell Lord, a 9.8 for $200. 7-day trend of 123%. Wow. Will they bring that character back? I don't know. After such a shitty showing, why not? Everybody's going to forget it, except for Green Lantern, of course. All right, what do we got for number 7?
This book again, man. This is like following me everywhere I go. Number 7, we have Godzilla #1 from Marvel, came out in 1977. During a year dominated by Oppenheimer and Barbie, Godzilla is making himself known. Godzilla -1 has dominated the domestic box office, becoming America's biggest Japanese live-action release. That momentum from the movie has caused to be shown in an additional 2,500 theaters nationwide, indicating it won't slow down anytime soon. In addition, the Godzilla fan base got the first trailer for Godzilla X Khan, The New Empire. The American subset of Godzilla fans is now feasting, which has led numerous fans to return to a book specifically developed to introduce Godzilla to American audiences. It worked and continues to do so almost 50 years later. We tracked 32 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 92%, with a high sale of $450 for a CGC 9.8 and a current raw very fine fair market value of $58. So I heard that some theaters weren't even showing this movie initially, but then once it started like trending, they just started showing it all over.
You can't stop Gojira, man. I'm telling you. It takes place right after World War II. After the bombs dropped Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and because Godzilla is a metaphor for what happens when you drop a bomb somewhere, right? The radiation created Godzilla from being bombed there, and so it shows him attacking Tokyo, like post World War II. Very interesting too, by the way. Because you know me, I love like military history things people watch that you should watch. Last show for 2023. I already told you about the stuff I've been watching on Apple TV. Now I've been on a documentary history flick kick on Netflix. It's about World War II, the front lines, and they took archival footage and they put it to new sound, and they fixed up the picture, made it in color and high definition. It's awesome. It's like 6 episodes long, and it talks about the beginnings of World War II all the way up to the very end. It's done fantastically. And John Boyega does the narration on it. I was like, that's interesting. Okay. At least he's doing it in his true British accent. You know, I don't have to hear him do a really boring American accent again like he did on Star Wars. That's Finn, John Boyega. All right. Number 6 on the list is a book I've been high on ever since I heard the news that they were coming out with the new X-Men animated series. Wait,
really quick, before we move on, though, to talk to somebody in the comment, they were saying that the first Godzilla appearance was in American Comics Archie 41. That is true. That is the first appearance unnamed in that book. But then this one is the first ongoing Godzilla series published for the U.S. market. So there's a slight difference there because he's not named, but Good catch for who was it that said something? Ed. Good
Ed
catch.
Labo.
Yeah. Okay, sorry, moving on. So number 6, we have X-Men Adventures #1 from 1992. We've featured this book many times over the last year as the community eagerly awaits the release of X-Men 97. While we wait, the fandom has used this opportunity to secure a copy of this book, featuring the first appearance of fan favorite mutant Morph. He originally debuted in the show and captured the hearts of many. With the IP returning, fans are grabbing copies before it hits our TV screens in early 2024. Last week, we tracked 16 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 188%, with a high sale of $162 for a CGC 9.8 and a raw near mint fair market value of $25.
Yeah, X-Men Adventures #1 coming in at number 6. So I first started snatching these up before they announced it when the directors of the original X-Men Adventure series said, "Yeah, we'd love to do it again, but we're just waiting to hear back from Marvel." Anytime I hear that, it's happening.
You read the tea leaves. That's what you did.
Yes, I did. I read the tea leaves and I got 5 copies. Sent it out to my presser. They sent it back to me. Now I just got to send it out to CDC. I don't know why they didn't send it to CDC, but anyway. Number 5 on the list.
Here we go again. Number 5, Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, Patrick Horvath, cover A. This book came out of left field and surprised everyone. It's a story featuring anthropomorphic animals, a quiet town, and serial killers. No one predicted it would pop off the way it has, but here we are, and people love it. We tracked 27 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 126%, a high sale of $150 for a CGC 9.8, and a current raw near mint fair market value of $22. I think this book is like the perfect mix of nostalgia and horror and fantasy, and it just hits on all 3 levels.
Yeah, it's got that, what are those children's books with the gold spine on it?
Gold something. I know what you're talking about. I don't know.
It has me vibes of that when I see it. Kind of happy, go lucky, but then you read the premise, oh my God, that's dark. Even there, he's got a bloody bag of a bloody bag he's just dragging along.
It's really well done. I'm telling you, the pacing of this, it keeps you invested. And the first issue kind of ends on a very odd cliffhanger, and you're like, what is happening? But it's really well done. I think if you read this,
had a lot of kind of dark horror books on the list this year with that look happy initially, right? And then there's some dark seedy shit going on underneath. You're like, wow, okay. All right, number 4 on the list. We can't escape this to 2023 to 2022. Keep on going back to 2015. But number 4 on the list is Spawn #1.
Spawn #1 from Image, 1992. Again, our man Spawn pops up on this list. He's a regular aftermarket mover, and it doesn't appear that will change anytime soon. It's a heavily sought-after first appearance that's still affordable. The character has a ton of stuff to look forward to on the horizon, causing fans to continue to secure copies whenever they can. We recorded 41 copies sold with a 7-day trend of 96%. A CGC 9.8 copy achieved a high sale of $175, and a current raw near mint fair market value sits at about $20.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I mean, it's just the book that keeps on going and going. It's like fruitcake during the holidays, right? They don't ever make new ones. It's the same ones keep circulating all over the world, and they just recycle them and people buy them up. All right. Oh, number 3 on my list. My favorite cover right here.
Yeah, I've been seeing this circulating all over social media, so I'm not surprised. Here we are at number 3, Street Fighter Masters Kimberly #1 from Inkpot Market Appreciation Edition, Udon Comics from 2023. Udon Comics has come up with quite the unconventional idea to bring more stores on board that previously neglected to carry their inventory. They began sending out a secret variant to said stores, which was this book. Once discovered, it was an immediate aftermarket hit. There was an instant scarcity as copies slowly trickled online, with fans attempting to secure a copy as soon as they went live. There is still a giant Street Fighter fan base, and this stylized variant from Inkpot hit at all the right notes. We tracked 39 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 125%, with a high sale of $55 for a raw copy and a current raw near mint fair market value of $44. From what I can tell online, people are rather divided with this cover, but I dig it. I think it's cool.
I think it's fucking badass. Who's the artist again? Who did this one?
Inkpot? Ickpot?
Ickpot? Okay. Never heard of him, she, Ick, whatever the cousin Ickpot. Why not? Street Fighter Masters, Kimberly, number 1, the Ickpot market appreciation variant for 55 bones. All right. You know, we couldn't wrap up this year without some swiftiness, right? This one is pretty interesting, though. This is, talk about, yeah, go ahead.
This has been the year of Swift, so here we go. Number 2, we have Female Force, Taylor Swift, number 1 by Pablo Martinina. This is the eBay Dazzler number 1 homage, the original costume from Tidal Wave Productions, and it came out this year. Oh, that was a mouthful. Tidal Wave Comics sure knows how to capitalize on the hype. To coincide with her 34th birthday and the event that is her Eras Tour, Tidal Wave Comics released a series of covers. One of which was this book, exclusive to eBay and depicting Swift as Dazzler in the original costume, an homage to Dazzler number 1. It sold out almost immediately, with copies reselling on the same platform for even more money. The hype behind Taylor Swift as Dazzler has died down somewhat, but these books have repeatedly appealed to the fan base. We tracked 76 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 100%, with a high sale of $20 for a raw copy and a current near mint fair market value of $20.
So, did they work with Taylor Swift or Kelsey?
Yeah. I don't see how they could have. Like, this seems like they would get sued for this, right? But I don't see.
That pretty much looks like Dazzler to me, man. So whatever, it's treading the line. They're saying, well, they could say it's an homage, and well, I guess you can get away with it. But either way, I mean, if Taylor
Kelsey
Swift
on
does,
the bottom there,
if she does end up being Dazzler, I mean, this may be a book people look back at, and you never know. All right, and number 1,
maybe,
of course,
really, All right, number 1, Female Force, Taylor Swift. Number 1, Pablo Martinina, Dazzler number 1 homage, new Dazzler, limited to 100. Okay, as mentioned, Tidal Wave Comics brought their A game to this exclusive. Whereas our previous entry depicted Taylor Swift in the original Dazzler costume, this book features Swift in the new Dazzler getup. And it was more limited with only 100 copies produced. That made it an aftermarket darling, as many fans who secured a copy of this eBay exclusive immediately put it back on the market for a higher value. They went fast, which is another sign of how much the fans want to see Swift in the MCU. We touched on this book and its predecessor in last week's market report. We tracked 101 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 101%, with a high sale of $45 for a raw copy and a current raw near mint fair market value of $30.
All right, there you go. Number 1 on the list for Female Force, Taylor Swift. Number 1, the Pablo Martinera Dazzler number 1 homage, new Dazzler limited to 100 variant. Wow. Now that is capitalism and greed at its very, very best on how to get something on the market and take full advantage of it while you can.
Yeah. I have no comment there. Interesting.
Laura, any last words before you bounce off to your show there? People in the live chat, you want to give anything away or make them wait?
No, let's give something away.
All right. You want to ask the live chat a question?
What is the name of the show that TiVo was saying depicted if Russia had landed on the moon first?
Good one. All right. First one in type of starting line here.
You know what's funny is I don't even remember. Wait, I think I know the name. I think I do. I think I know the answer to my own question, but I'm not sure. While we're waiting for you guys to put that in, I just want to say thank you for being with us all year. This show is like the highlight of my week. For all mankind.
Hit up Miss Laura on Instagrams and she'll send you out a free book. Merry Christmas, everybody. Shout out to Marty, JB, all the Lords of Long Box throughout the year who put in the hard work. We probably be with you Thursday for our year roundup of all the hottest books, all the hottest shakers of the year. If not, then hey, we will see you. This is our last live top 10 show of 2023. We're at 35 subscribers away from 8,000. I told you guys I would be retiring if I don't hit 8,000 subs by January 1st. So you have 11 days to make a Christmas miracle happen. But if not, I'm out to the great pastures. Laura, any last words?
Don't let that happen, guys. It's not time yet. So
it's all in their hands. No pressure at all. All right. Laura, what are you guys talking about tonight on the Nerdvana?
It's kind of a chill, like Christmas show. We did some of our favorite picks, so it's like a mixture of stuff. So just head over to Nerdvana. We're gonna be hanging out with the girls, drinking cocktails, having a good time.
Nice. All right, boys and girls. We will see you Thursday for the year-end Shaker Show. Until next time, boys and girls, keep digging in the long boxes. Peace out.
greatest heroes, created from the cosmic legends of the universe. Their mission, to fight injustice, to right that which is wrong, and to serve all mankind.
TV. Now that's a name I've not heard. TV. Laugh it up, fuzzball.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is upright.
Shake and bake and pull it back.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is upright. In this, you shall know that the Lord is upright.
Go on and get some, boys.
Jack, here's the deal. I'm the best there is.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is upright.
What's in the box?